Hey everyone, Creek Monsters here, down at the lower Niagara River again, doing some salmon fishing. I know they're in here pretty good because both Jeff and I have hooked them here earlier this week, and we both unfortunately got skunked. So today's Friday, and every Friday we upload at 6:30 p.m. So it's crunch time. I gotta get a fish for you guys. So bear with me. You know, I don't have Jeff's good camera like we did for our last video. I just have my GoPro Hero 3, which we all know from my videos it's not the best quality. So I'm out here at the lower Niagara River, gonna be throwing some J13s and Cleos, hoping to get a king or two, and that'd be a big deal for me, and I'll explain that later. But you know, it's always nice to come down to the Niagara River, and hopefully this time I'll get something. Running. Come on. That's no. Come on, baby. Ah. Come on. Yes! Ah. Ah, nice! Woo! Here we go. Nice female king salmon. My first from Devil's Hole. So very, very pleased with this result. Cannot be better. Alright everybody, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed that, the salmon. Now I know one salmon from the lower Niagara River is not a big deal really, but there's just something I have to tell you about. It's a funny story. You don't have to hear it if you don't want to. There's no more fishing in this video, but I need to go over the significance behind this catch. I started fishing when I was around 5 or 6 years old. My dad would take me to Cougar Creek, and we'd catch rock bass, bluegill, and a 10-inch smallmouth would always seem huge to us. So my dad's story of a 28-pound salmon that he caught at Devil's Hole was always the pinnacle of fishing for me. It was always the top of the line. That's what I wanted to do one day. So when I got old enough to get my own car, salmon was on the top of my priorities. So I'd go to Olcott, Burt Dam, other places, Lake Ontario trips, but I didn't give Devil's Hole a shot yet. I didn't really know much about the lower Niagara River, where to go. Things have changed since the years back when my dad got that salmon. So last year, really, I started going to Devil's Hole more, and despite hooking into a lot of fish, I haven't caught a single one there. Now, if you look back at the videos, I've caught them at the platform. Jeff caught one at Devil's Hole, but I myself have never caught a salmon there before. Now listen to this frightening statistic. I went 0 for 18 before today. I went 0 for 18 with king salmons at Devil's Hole. So after hooking 18 salmon there, I have not landed a single one. And I know people tell me the river's difficult, okay? Whatever, it's different, the current, you got this, the salmon's a powerful fish. But I've caught them at the platform. I'm 3 for 3 there. And it's harder because of those turbines. And last video, when I caught something there, caught a salmon there, I had 8-pound line and caught it in those currents. And I'm not saying that's a huge accomplishment. Look at me. I'm saying that should be more difficult than catching a salmon at Devil's Hole with 10-pound line. But despite all my trips, I always either lose it, they bite me off, they break me off, even, you know. I'm pretty good at not having my line snap. I fight giant stingrays. I've been fighting carp for years. I know how to handle big fish. And in open water, you let them tire themselves out. So I didn't know what it was, and I began to call it the Devil's Hole curse. I just could not, for the life of me, land a fish in Devil's Hole. 2 years, could not land one. So today, it's Friday. All right, this video is filmed the day of uploading. Sometimes there's a 2-3 day gap there. We try to, get the video done Wednesday, edit it Thursday, and then upload it Friday. Today is Friday, right now, and this video will be uploaded at 6:30 p.m. So this is the last chance for us to get a fishing video for Friday. Otherwise, we'd have to settle with a how-to video or something. So I get there, and I hooked one fish, and it was on for 2 seconds and got off. So I said, here we go. This is it. Now, my dad used a rattle trap to catch his years ago. So I said, how funny would that be if I caught one on a rattle trap? Just like my dad, and that's how I'd break my curse. So I have one big rattle trap and one small, not very good one. I used the good rattle trap, snag, lost in my first cast. So I'm like, oh, what do I do? So I was using the J13, that's how I got the one hit. So I'm fishing, and the sun's coming up, and for those of you who don't know, typically there's like a 30-40 minute window, at least from what I've noticed, where the fish bite frequently and then it kind of dies after that, and this window starts right after sunrise. So the window's kind of closing, and I get another bite on the fire tugger, the J13, and like that, my line snaps. It's gone. So I imagine it was a big male typed up, and it bit through my line. So there's me. I don't have my good rattle trap, don't have my J13 anymore. I'm like, I'm done. What am I going to do? We're not going to have a good video for Friday. So I put on the really bad rattle trap and said, how funny would it be if I caught one on the rattle trap like my dad did all those years ago? And that would be my 21st salmon that I hooked there. And I've never caught one before. So I'm fishing with it, nothing. And believe it or not, this is crazy. I caught my J13. Didn't see it or anything. It was somewhere out in the river, either floating or stuck on a rock. I don't know which. And I caught it with the rattle trap. I thought I had weeds. I'm reeling in. And there's a J13 stuck to my rattle trap. So I said, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I got my lure back, my good lure. I tie on the J13 right away, and the very first cast after I got it back was the king salmon that I caught in the video. So I ended my 2-year curse. It was my 21st salmon I hooked, and I finally landed it. And that's just horrible to go 0 for 20 like I did. But I've never been that bad anywhere else. So as much as I don't like to be superstitious, I like to think logically, it almost felt like I was cursed. I know, that's not true. It's on me, but it felt like a curse. I was cursed by Devil's Hole, and I broke it in that crazy fashion where I caught my J13 lure with the rattle trap like my dad used, but instead of catching the salmon, I caught a lure that I would use to catch the salmon. So it was just crazy. It was a crazy day. I'm super excited. I know some people will go there and catch 3 or 4 salmon. You know, that's great, good for you, but for me, this is a big deal. So I hope you enjoy the video, and stay tuned every Friday at 6:30 p.m. for more Creek Monsters.